So, and if you, but what, let's say you're a sort of a middle manager at a firm, at a marketing firm, and you like most of us get hundreds of emails a day, and you feel as though you have to be in 3 or 4 meetings. How do you get out of that? How do you break that cycle if you're part of a team, if you're part of an organization where part of your job is to be accountable to the sort of the incoming messages and the demands to be at these meetings?
Yeah, so if one of those meetings that you have, that you crossed out and it's actually called by your boss, you can't just not show up, right? Exactly. So you have to learn to say no, and you have to learn how to say no. And that is a really important skill. And there are different ways of doing that. Obviously, walking into your office of your boss and saying, I don't want to be doing that project you emailed me about is the wrong way. But if you recognize, and this is what we found in the research, top performers, they do fewer things, but they do them exceptionally well. So they put all their effort into very, very few things, and they take away everything else. They cut out all the unnecessary part. So saying no is a mechanism to do better work, because you can go all in on a few things, as opposed to spreading yourself thin because you said yes to too many things. So when you go into that office and you stare at your boss and you say, I don't want to be doing that project, right? That's what you're thinking. But what you should be saying is, you've asked me to do another project, but for me to do that, I need to reprioritize what I already have. And for me to do excellent work, I need to have priorities. So you asked me to do another thing. Does that mean that I should reprioritize what I'm already doing? What is the key thing you want me to deliver on? Now you're putting the burden back on your superior to prioritize, right? So it's not your burden anymore. That is an appropriate way. And you should always have that message, I'm doing this in order to do excellent work and perform better. Because obviously that's what you want me to do, right, boss? Right? So that's one way of doing it. Now, the boss then might say, well, hey, can't you do all 3? Right? You got extra time, don't you? Or I know you can do all 3, not just 2 projects. And you can say, yes, but then the effort is scattered across 3 projects, or whatever the number is, and you cannot do all of them at the same standard. So again, which ones are the most important? Which are the most urgent? And which ones should I be spending the most time on? And those are fair questions, because the job of a manager is to set those priorities.